Kurumjay, a very good evening. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV. And I'm Victoria Rajkumari. First, the headlines. Government revokes internet suspension in Ukhrul, Kangpokpi and Kamjong district in view of improved law and order situation in Litan area. Violence erupts in Medzifima subdivision of Nagaland. Deputy Chief Minister Yanthungo Patton appeals for calm. Palakkad Cyber Police arrests a 63-year-old Manipuri man on alleged online threading scam in Kerala. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi gets a new address in Delhi. Prime Minister Modi inaugurates Seva Tirtha complex. And now the top stories. Manipur government today lifted ban on internet services in Ukhrul district, Lungthing subdivision of Kangpokpi and Fungyar subdivision of Kamjong district. In an order issued by Joint Secretary of Home, Dr. Mayeng Bambito maintained that the decision to revoke the suspension of internet services after government reviewed the prevailing law and order situation and after considering the inconveniences faced by public and institutions in the areas. It further requested the public to use internet services with responsibility. The government had imposed a ban on internet following the intense violence in Litan area of Ukhrul district, which resulted to arson and gunfire between Kuki and Tangkhul community. Tension prevails in Medzifima subdivision of Nagaland following violent clashes in Mova Kuki village under Chukokidima district, prompting deployment of security forces to prevent a further escalation of violence. The unrest reportedly involving members of Chakroma public organization led to incidents of violence and arson, though the exact trigger for scuffle is yet to be officially confirmed. The clash involved Angami Naga tribe and Kuki tribe. Meanwhile, Deputy Chief Minister Yanthungo Patton expressed deep concern over the incident. In a post on X, Patton said that the acts of violence and arson disrupting the peace and endangering lives and property are serious matter. He urged all those involved to remain calm, exercise restraint, and allow lawful and constructive processes to address any grievances. On the other hand, Deputy Commissioner of Police Dimapur has issued a press note stating that the situation is presently under control and security forces have been deployed and normal traffic movement has been restored. While calling the incident in Medzifima as unfortunate, Deputy Commissioner of Police advised the public to maintain peace and not to take the law into their own hands. A 63-year-old man from Manipur was arrested by Palakkad Cyber Police for allegedly orchestrating an online threading scam that duped a Kerala-based businessman of 1 crore 84 lakh rupees. The man is identified as Kaisham Ning Themjao, a former Congress ticket aspirant from the Andro Assembly constituency. He hails from Yaripok Laimanai Top Chingtha in Imphal East District. According to investigators, the fraud was carried out between August and November 2025, during which the accused and his associates reportedly lure a Manipur native with promises of high returns through online shared trading platforms. The victim was first approached via WhatsApp and persuaded to invest small amounts through links shared by the fraudsters. Police said the initial transaction yielded modest but prompt returns, creating an illusion of legitimacy and building trust. Once confidence was established, the victim was induced to make larger transfers. Later, the huge sum of money was siphoned off to multiple bank accounts controlled by the accused and his network. Cyber police officials revealed that Kesham Ningthemjao is also facing 5 additional cheating cases registered in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh and Kerala, indicating a possible interstate fraud syndicate. Prime Minister's office, PMO, gets a new address today, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveiling the name Seva Tirtha for the new building complex housing the PMO, the National Security Council Secretariat and Cabinet Secretariat, marking a major overhaul of India's administrative infrastructure. The wall of the Seva Tirtha adorns the motto Nagriko Devo Bhava, that is, citizens are keen to God. Seva Tirtha was inaugurated on February 13 as the date carries a historic significance as it marks 95 years of New Delhi being formally inaugurated as India's modern capital on February 13, 1931. On the occasion, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also released a Rs 100 commemorative coin. Later, PM Modi also inaugurated Kartavya Bhavan 1 and 2, which will accommodate several key ministries, including the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Defence, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Culture, Ministry of Law and Justice, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, and Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Both the Seva Tirtha and Kartavya Bhavan feature digitally integrated offices, centralized reception facilities, and designated public interface zones to enhance administrative efficiency and citizen engagement. The Supreme Court has directed the Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) to file a status report detailing whether the agency has compiled sufficient evidence to bring home the guilt to persons accused of various heinous offences, including the sexual assault and gang rape of women during the sectarian violence that rocked Manipur in May 2023. A bench headed by Chief Justice of India, Surya Kant, said the CBI must share copies of the charge sheets of the cases with the victims or their families as dictated by the law. The top court proposed entrusting the Chief Justices of Manipur and Guwahati High Courts to monitor the progress in the criminal trials closely. The bench said the victims should be provided quality legal aid if required. The court upped the ante on the trials linked to the Manipur violence after advocate Vrindra Grover, appearing in multiple applications related to young women sexually assaulted during the conflict, brought it up. Ms. Grover said the young woman was never informed about the progress of her case by the CBI. She said there was an air of shocking casualness about the way in which the case was being carried out. On Ms. Grover's submissions, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, appearing for the Centre and the State of Manipur, reacted that no one could oppose any complaints from the side of the victims and suggested that monitoring could be entrusted to the Manipur High Court. The court also observed that victims must be provided free legal aid and suggested that if local legal aid councils were unavailable due to the charged atmosphere, lawyers from the Guwahati bar could be engaged. The matter has been posted for further hearing on February 26. DM University hosted a two-day international multidisciplinary conference on the theme Discourses Beyond Boundaries at DM College of Arts Auditorium today. The conference was jointly organized by DM University English Department, DMU's IQAC and English Literacy Culture Circle Manipur, and attended by DM University Vice Chancellor Professor Wahengbam Chand Babu, Ramjas College Department of English Associate Professor Devraj Mukherjee, DM University IQAC Director Professor R.K. London as main dignitaries. Speaking to media persons, DMU Department of English Head R.K. Sansari highlighted that subject disciplines need to converse and intermingle in order to exchange ideas and make way for change, stating that it is impractical to keep knowledge in isolation. She emphasized for an understanding of the interconnectedness of things and promote a holistic approach in creating knowledge. She further added that the conference is being participated by professors from Bangladesh, Thailand, besides from top institutes of the country, underlining the importance of a vibrant exchange of ideas.
Two-day international conference ama sinjaribase magi main theme di khoi thaina gi matam da knowledge ki fill punamaksi ekhoina isolate toroga thanamba adubu matam gi hongnai gi matung inna amadi particularly in our present context haijabatare ko ekhoina isolate to yarakta ba we need to ekhoi gi boundaries knowledge ama fill amagi ekhoi gi boundaries cross torok pataba to narak pataba we have to intermingle aduna si sumaina tawra abakanda ngasai matam gi demand ni masi tawdaba yataba. This is the only way ahong bala iba mayam si ka akoina chunana hingnana ba aduguma pandam amada changchan jabani.
CRPF 143 Battalion unveiled a new waiting shed today at Imphal Yaifalekai Lamphal as a part of its civic action program. The inaugural function was attended by 143 Battalion Commanding Officer Ravinder Sharma, CMO Dr. Saikat Bishwas, Second in Command Omnath Chatras, and Deputy Commandant CS Kushwaha. Other dignitaries included Director of Extension Education PH Ranjit, Yaifalekai Youth Club President L. Tomba, and Yaifalekai Meirapai President S. Bina. Speaking on the occasion, the IGP of CRPF Imphal Range, Langjing, Huidrom Premjit Meetei, stated that the Civic Action Program addresses critical issues like unemployment by providing training and coaching for youths aspiring to join the CRPF and CISF. He added that the armed forces provide essential public amenities such as toilets and community infrastructure through these initiatives. Furthermore, he reaffirmed the force's commitment to public welfare and encouraged citizens to contact the commanding officer with any queries.
Welfare public awana any recruitment CRPF Channing Baler so coaching Tungda mana coaching Matunda, Kamai recruitment the Kamai join the Wuni Adu the Wuni Haven Simbameamdo. Adu Akoiga dress Epaga civilian Kitang di Laptong Natina, Karan Naksana Matunda, coordination Matunda, Ladiba, Kogi Battalion company, Tare Nipan labor sindo, my labor Zagadu the labor publishing do, Akoiga Naksana. Mogi mateng pangba yana bana civic action program je yam chaw budget nate ko expenditure piece ju public thing asingo mi yang kai chama ko pulak unare the moi de so ko haining bai rame moi de su apam do haire sumaina mayam gi ko gi force na mateng pangba ya baje adu gi damta civic action program india government gi taraf tagi ko 143 battalion na organize tor ko pangthok pai tare ko.
World Meetei Council Manipur unit organized a public meeting at Salungpham, Thoubal district today under the central theme of safeguarding Meetei future and interests. Speaking on the occasion, WMC Manipur unit president Urikimbam Kunjo asserted that the safest way to preserve Meetei futures is getting recognition as scheduled tribe under Article 342 Clause 1 of the Indian Constitution. He maintained that Imphal Valley comprises nearly 6.5% of the total land share, and it is imperative to fiercely safeguard this space for the future generation. Remarking that Jiribam population demographics has changed, he stated that the Meetei population has shrunk considerably due to mass immigration from non-Manipuris, which led to Pradhan, Parishad and MLAs being elected from among immigrants. He further maintained that NRC and border fencing may be implemented but it is not enough to safeguard Meiteis, bracing for scheduled tribe list inclusion as the strongest route.
Manipur ki lei phiyo ma se akat nai ro ma tanda aduk ma khulong thingai oi Manipur ki singmi tami loina mang na pun lei min ba yari ba ai koi tabak ki lam se ma si sarawna Manipur apun gi 6.5% ko madani pikhaba jaga se ai koi hanan lei min ri ba mayam tin se masina adum tum ko lei ba yana bi damukta ai koi preserve toroga tek kai na ngak seno thama pami kayum ba pikhaba jaga sida mapalam de sarang ko mi top singna khangau dana lesin jiba targadi sehi manga da tarada ai koi aha mo lam sin se laina phundin ki ba yai adum ma tamadu da अखोई नंग कदब खुदों की बादो मधुगी खलकांदा हाइबल लम मसे मसी हान लेमिनरी बा ग्रुप सिंग से मसीगी ओइ नंगाक छना थमनबगी अमत ngair balabidi अखोई मिटेना शेड्यूल ट्राइब संगने
Purum Pangaltavi Village Authority organized a one-day awareness program on environmental conservation at Purum Pangaltavi Community Hall today. The program resolved to conserve Upan Log to Mondong Hill Range under Sambai Purum Reserve Forest Area, which is also a protected area. Speaking on the occasion, Purum Pangaltavi Village Authority President Muhammad Ayazuddin praised for conservation of the sensitive zone under Sambai Purum Reserve Forest, as it has been considered a prime spot under Dadwar resolutions. Highlighting the adverse effects of climate change in forest and wildlife, the authority placed ban on illegal deforestation, unauthorized forest burning and hunting of wildlife, while urging the public to comply with the authority.
Amana oro ikang dana haidi hekta la mai thado amba adagi sao ke ka amba laipa ko thoke khushi tawda tawbadu ngasi ai koi tawroi si adugumba department gi makhada lairami ba pumna magase akoi mapung pha na chathabina ba wakhalonda umang yokhatmina ba haiba wakhalon doi koi tawminasi environment asi mangdana ba damata koi protection tawwe jagani masi tawbinu.
10 bedded integrated Ayush Hospital, Kongjing Laikai, under the aegis of National Ayush Mission, organized a free health camp at Chok Duster, the global school in Kundrakpum today. Students and their families were provided with health checkup and free medicines during the health camp. Speaking on the sideline, the teacher of camp at Chok and Duster, the global school, as Tompok, stressed on the need for students to maintain good health.
Hachang Thamanana Bidamata, upon the city, upon the high school to end the stage of free health care, upon the Pasuk 7. Upon the Masi Amaru and Jensi, upon the Anansi, Lama Sapara, Yubada, Sen Changba, Matam Changba, Adegi, Muni, Mayam Lava. I don't know, and that was that Ragati, Tang upon the Sen Changu, Pagara, Renana. Matam Monkey was in Anansi, Vanina, Matam Zimang, the Mudam Anansi. For the mind, the also from the Panjam, upon a Kandaraga, Hariba, Kagi, I was in Sensiga, Koga, Tana Zaragas, my Tokana, for the
Preparations are in full swing at Ukhrul headquarters ground as the Naga community gets ready to celebrate Luingaini 2026, the Naga Sowing Festival, on February 14 to 15 under the aegis of the United Naga Council. The festival will be organized by state-level organizing committee and hosted by Tangkhul Nagalong on the theme Cultural Renaissance, and reflects a renewed commitment to preserving and celebrating Naga heritage. Even as concerns remain over the situation at Litan, organizers have confirmed that the festival will go ahead as planned, carrying forward its message of unity and cultural strength. The event will be graced by Chief Minister of Nagaland, Nephew Rio, Deputy Chief Minister of Manipur, Lo Sidiko, MLA Dingang Rungangmei and Awangbong Niumai, and several other legislators and dignitaries from across the region are also expected to take part in different segments of the two-day program. Manipur's dog breed Haufa, which is found in Ukhrul and Kamjong districts, has been inducted into the dog squads of Assam Rifles as a part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign. Haufa was inducted as a part of the directive from MHA issued last year, asking all Central Armed Police Forces to induct 2 Indian dog breeds. According to Lieutenant Colonel Alok Palay, who is the officer commanding the AR Dog Training Center in Jorhat, Assam, 6 Haufa dogs have been trained and inducted into Assam Rifles. He added that the MHA directive was the brainchild of Home Minister Amit Shah, as foreign breeds are prone to diseases, genetic issues, and are not suitable for deployment in all types of climate and geography, and the same is not the case for local breeds. Named after the Tangkhul Naga tribe of Manipur, the Tangkhul Huis are a domesticated breed which is used for hunting purposes. They are very resistant to diseases. All the 6 dogs from the breed inducted in AR are now engaged in narcotics detections. And now, before we move on to other news, let's take a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Keep watching SKTV News.
Great opportunity for local operators. SKTV is expanding. Come and be a part of SKTV revolution with high-speed internet, IPTV along with OTT and other benefits. We are building stronger connections through franchising. Become a local cable operator and provide reliable information and entertainment to your neighbors. Unlock your growth with our technology and top-tier service. So if you're looking for exclusive partnership opportunities, then please call us at 700-5259-437 or 897-420-9157.
Welcome back. You're watching Afternoon Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV. Now proceeding with other news. District Handlooms and Textiles Technopole District organized a one-day sensitization program for weavers, artisans and entrepreneurs at Kashim Khul at Technopole District today. The program was sponsored by Manipur State Directorate of Handlooms and Textiles and aimed towards sensitization of central and state schemes, initiatives and financial literacy. The opening ceremony was attended by Technopole and Marchi SDO BDO Mohammad Nazmul Huda Khan, District Handlooms and Textiles at Technopole and Chandal District Project Manager Handloom Soibam Hiramani, Directorate of Handlooms and Textile Manipur Deputy Director Thokchom Basanta and SBI Khongshang Deputy Manager Lairen Reng Chasi presided members. As a part of the program, Technopole Small Cluster Development Program was conducted while distributing essential equipments to weavers under Central Ministry of Textile National Handloom Development Program. Tamenglong District organized a free medical camp for senior citizens at indoor stadium of the district headquarters yesterday. The camp was jointly organized by District Social Welfare Officer Tamenglong and District Health Society under Atal Vayo Avidhe Yojana scheme. Chief Medical Officer Tamenglong, orthopedic surgeon, eye specialist, medical officer, physician and several medical officers provided their services to over 83 senior citizens administered by nurses, paramedical and ASHA workers. District Health Society Imphal West District observed International Day of Clean Air for Blue Skies at Singjamai Herangwaithong Community Hall under the theme Racing for Air, Every Breath Matters. The program was held under the supervision of a national program on climate change and human health and was attended by NPCC-HA State Nodal Officer Dr. Y. Nivedita, Imphal West District CMO Dr. NG Dayabati and UPAC Singjamai MO in charge and Ayush Specialist Dr. N. Haraba as presiding members. Speakers delivered lectures on the importance of clean air for health and respiratory systems while underscoring the collective efforts towards clean environment. All the Manipur Youth Protection Committee, in short AMYPCO, a subset of Committee of Civil Societies Kanglei Park CCSK, observed its annual meeting at CCSK office today. The meeting was attended by CCSK President Jitendra Ningomba and all Manipur Youth Protection Committee President Thiam Sarachandra as key persons beside its members. The meeting deliberated and discussed on the next sets of tasks for the association in the coming year. Meetei Irol Iek Loina Salon Apun Balob, in short, Milal extended best wishes to the students appearing for Class 10 and 12 board exams, which commences from February 17 and 23rd respectively. In the praise statement issued by Milal Publicity Secretary, the organization urged the students to prepare well and give their exams with confidence, while appealing the general public to refrain from creating any unwanted incidents during exam season. To show their support for students, 34 Milal members will visit exam centers on the day of Meetei Make paper, while praising for safe conduct of examinations. Tera Boys Alumni 1980 batch expressed condolence on the demise of their former teacher, Chongtham Iboyaima. In the praise note, General Secretary of Tera Boys Alumni 1980 batch remembered the late Chongtham Iboyaima as a dedicated and passionate teacher, while also paying tribute through observance of 2-minute silence. The group has also expressed solidarity to bereaved family members of Chongtham Iboyaima. Now moving on to national news. The first leg of the budget session, which saw heated exchanges over the India-US interim trade deal and unpublished memo of former Army Chief M.M. Naravin, concluded today, and the Lok Sabha will now reassemble on March 9. The 3-week recess period will allow standing committees to examine allocations to various central ministries given in the union budget. Earlier in the day, the House was adjourned for 1 hour after opposition members raised slogans demanding resignation of Union Minister Hardeep Puri. The opposition members were also protested against the India-US interim trade agreement. The first part of the budget session began on January 28 with the address of President Draupadi Murmu to a joint sitting of the two houses. The upper house made for 0 hour at 11 a.m. and was adjourned at 1 p.m. after the scheduled question hour. The budget session will conclude on April 2nd. The Bangladesh Nationalist Party, BNP, led by Tariq Rahman, has declared victory as a day after Bangladesh voted in a high-stake election, the first since the 2024 student-led uprising that ousted the previous Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. The Election Commission, EC, on Friday released the latest results from the elections, showing that the BNP had won 209 seats so far out of the 297 announced. Jamaat-e-Islami, which was banned by the Hasina government, has registered its best performance, winning 68 seats and emerging as the main opposition party in the 350-member parliament, the Jatiya Sangsad. Sheikh Hasina's Awami League was banned from contesting the election. Meanwhile, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has spoken on the phone with Bangladesh Nationalist Party leader Tariq Rahman, who is set to become Prime Minister. In a post on X, Prime Minister Modi asserted that as two close neighbors with deep-rooted historical and cultural ties, he reaffirmed India's continued commitment to the peace, progress and prosperity of both our peoples. His remarks come following a period of souring relations between the two countries as ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina lives in exile in India. And now the sports news. Semi-finalist teams have been confirmed for the ongoing 16th Sahit Manoranjan Singh Memorial State Open Football Tournament 2025-26, which is being organized by 86 CRPF Battalion Lumphilpat at artificial turf of Sai Sports Complex, Takil. In the quarter-final matches that were played today, FC Rengdai None defeated ESU Wankai 2-1 to book a place in the semis, while SSU Singjamai thrashed Milan Football Academy by 3-0 to enter semi-finals. The tournament is being organized in association with All Manipur Football Association and under the aegis of Inspector General Manipur and Nagaland Sector CRPF. Pathav, Lilong and NMFA Salam have earlier booked their places in semi-finals. And now the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Centre, Lumphilpat State's maximum temperature was recorded at 26.5 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 6 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 95% in the morning and 28% in the evening today. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Government revokes internet suspension in Ukhrul, Kangpokpi and Kamjong district in view of improved law and order situation in Litan area. Violence erupts in Meetei subdivision of Nagaland. Deputy Chief Minister Yantungo Patun appeals for calm. Palakkad Cyber Police arrests 63-year-old Manipuri man on alleged online trading scam in Kerala. Prime Minister gets a new address in Delhi. Prime Minister Modi inaugurates Seva Tirtha complex. Well, that's all we have for today. Thank you for watching SKTV News and keep watching for more news updates. Till then, good night.